Delicious. Delicious saucy pork ribs. Wow, smelling so good. Hi everybody, welcome back to Cantonese food recipes. For tonight's dish, I am making a delicious Hoisin-Style ribs. So it's pan fried. So this recipe I've learned from my mother, and she usually cut like pork belly slices, and then it's marinated, and then she stir fries it, and then she adds some onions and obviously the hoisin sauce. So this time I'm doing that method with some pork ribs, and it's gonna taste absolutely delicious. When my mom made this recipe with the pork belly slices, damn, it was the best dish for dinner when I was young. So I am now preparing this style of cooking for the pork ribs, and hopefully it will taste the same and as delicious as how my mom used to cook it. So yeah, let's get cooking. Okay guys, as you can see here is about 1 kg of pork or spare ribs over here. And yeah, you can see I have cut them all into small pieces just like that. And I also sprinkled some 1 teaspoon of baking soda and mix it up, and then left it for like half an hour. After half an hour, I just rinsed it nicely for 2 to 3 times and let it drain out the excess water. So let's marinate these ribs first, so that some flavor can get into these ribs before we pan fry them. Okay, first I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of crushed garlic and ginger. I'm then going to add in 1 teaspoon of salt, and then a quick sprinkle of white pepper, just like that, all on top. Then next I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of chicken bouillon powder. Okay, next I'm just going to add in 1 teaspoon of sugar. And that's it. We're first going to mix up these dry ingredients, the ribs here. We just need to add in like a little bit of spices and sauces to marinate these ribs, because when we pan fry them, we're going to be adding in the other sauces. And yeah, if you add too much sugar, you're gonna get a very sweet kind of tasting rib, and you don't want that. You want to taste that delicious hoisin sauce flavor that we put into these ribs here when we pan fry them. So we're just going to give this a quick mix just like this, and then we're going to drizzle a little bit of oyster sauce. We're going to drizzle a little bit of soy sauce all around. Little drizzle of Chinese rice wine. So a little drizzle of sesame oil. And finally, just a little bit of olive oil. I don't know, I get some YouTube comments saying, I don't know if they are trolling me or something, saying that in Chinese cooking we don't use olive oil. Well, in the restaurants they don't use olive oil because it's too expensive. But when you're doing homemade meals, you would rather use some olive oil because it's more healthier than your normal seed oils. So yeah, just stop trolling about saying Chinese people don't use olive oil. I don't know where you get that from. It's just oil. Okay, so we're just gonna give this a quick mix just like that. And then we're going to add in a little bit of cornstarch. Okay, I'm just going to add in 1 heaped teaspoon of cornstarch. This cornstarch will help the marination stick onto the ribs, and it will also help give a crispy coating on these ribs when we pan fry them. So yeah, just give it a quick mix just like that. Okay, once we mix it up, we're gonna let it sit in the fridge for about 1 hour, and then we'll start cooking this up. And oh yeah guys, please don't forget to hit that like button if you're watching this video, because it will really help my video increase views, and it also benefit me from, you know, earning that extra moolah, and yeah, so I can buy more ingredients to show you guys. So please don't forget to hit that like button, and also give me a hi on the comment section. Thanks guys. Okay guys, let's make our Hoisin delicious ribs over here. So I've marinated my ribs for about an hour now, and now it's time to cook these. But before we cook these, I've prepared some ingredients. So first, as you can see over here, I've chopped up 1 onion. As you can see, I have made the onion slices over here. Just very thin slices that we'll add after we pan-sear the ribs. And while we are pan-searing the ribs, you can add in some chopped chilies, but I like to use 1 teaspoon of Mexican chili relish over here. And then we also prepared some sauce. So over here got half a teaspoon of bean sauce, which is minci. And over here is 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce. And over here is 1 tablespoon of churro sauce. So yeah, we will add this once we pan-sear the ribs with the onions and everything, then the dish will be ready. So let's cook this up. Let's heat up our pan. Okay guys, so first we're gonna heat up our pan over here. Okay, first I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil, a good amount. Not too much, just all around pan. There you go. Now we gotta rinse the pan around or else the meat sticks. This is a non-stick pan, but we still have to do this step. Now it's hot. You can see the oil's hot. We can tune it down. Okay, first I'm gonna add in that 1 teaspoon of Mexican chili relish, just to get that flavor out into the oil. Okay, just like that. Now we're gonna dump in our ribs. This marinated ribs has all that garlic and ginger in it, so that's why we didn't need to add it in the oil just now. Okay, now we spread it evenly. And I'm going to tune the heat to medium, my gas heat to medium. And I'm just going to cover it with a lid first. I'm going to let it sear the pork ribs for about 2 minutes before I flip it around. Okay guys, after 2 minutes, I'm going to tune the heat down and let's flip these ribs around. The reason why we put a cover over the ribs is because it also acts like a steaming function. So it's cooking the ribs nicely inside. So let's flip these ribs around. You can see the rib has pan-seared nicely on one side. Now we need to flip it around and pan-sear the other side of the rib. Then it's also getting that chili oil getting soaked into these ribs here first. It's gonna be so delicious, guys. So when we cover it with a lid, it acts like a steaming function. The ribs will cook nicely, but it will become wet. That's why afterwards when we add in the onions and the rest of the ingredients, we won't be covering it with a lid, and then a lot of that moisture will be evaporated while we stir fry this. But we just want to get that good brown sear on the ribs before we add in the onions and the sauces. Okay, flipped it around. I'm going to turn back the heat to medium and cover it back with the lid for another 2 minutes. Okay, after 2 minutes, let's check at that. Let's turn it around. Yeah, this is the color that you're looking for, guys. If it hasn't pan seared and turned brown yet, then you gotta do it for, you have to do another 2 minutes or so. Okay, once you get this color, we're gonna add in the onions. Add in the onions. Remember, you want to cut your onions very thin sliced. Just break up the onion here and the rib. The onion is gonna give its onion flavor to the ribs, and yeah, you'll make the ribs more tastier. Okay, now we're gonna drizzle some Chinese rice wine, good amount, and we're just gonna cover this with the lid for another 2 minutes. Because I still see the ribs there's still blood coming out of the ribs, so it's not well cooked yet. So we're gonna do it for another 2 minutes. Okay, guys, after 2 minutes, I was pan frying this on high heat. After 2 minutes, you can see a lot of that onion water has came out. So you're creating that onion sauce that we will be making. Just stir fry this a bit. Look at that. Nice. Okay, mix it up with that onion. And now it's time to add in the sauces. Okay, over here I've got some bean sauce, like I said. Then you got your chuho sauce. And then you got your hoisin sauce, the main ingredients. This will make delicious ribs here. And that Mexican chili will give these ribs a delicious kick. Okay, let's mix this up with the sauce. If I made this with that pork belly slice, it will be so delicious. Like how my mom used to make it. Okay, let me just give this a little taste of the sauce. Tasting very good, guys. Now we're just going to cover it back with the lid and tune the heat to medium for another 2 minutes. Okay, guys, after 2 minutes, check this out. Nice. You can see it's very saucy now. But if you want some sauce for your rice, this won't be enough. So now I'm going to just add in a little bit of water. As you can see on my plate here, the water looks about like just a little bit of water. It looks like about a quarter of a cup of water, and then you open the flame on high. Just mix this up. Then you'll have this delicious sauce to eat with your rice. It'll be saucy. If it's too dry, then it becomes barbecue ribs. Okay, they cook up, and then we're gonna give this a taste. We'll just drizzle it with some oyster sauce. Just like that. And I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of sugar. If it's too salty, you add the sugar. If it's not that salty, then you can leave it out. Just mix it up. Now you're just gonna cook it until you have the right sauce consistency that you want. If it's too saucy, then you cook it for longer. And yeah, it's almost ready, guys. Okay, let me taste it now. It's perfect, perfect. Okay, should be ready. Let me plate this up. Switch off the flame. Okay, let's plate these ribs. Let's check that out. Delicious. Delicious saucy pork ribs. Wow, smelling so good. You have to garnish with some spring onions. Okay, you can sprinkle some spring onions here. Voila, guys. Look at this delicious dish. Just check that out, guys. So delicious. Look at that. Hope you guys give this recipe a try, and also don't forget to like this video. And yeah, it's time to taste this. Yummy. Guys, check out these ribs. Look at that. Wow. Check out that. Smelling so good. Let's grab a piece and try this out. Check that out. Wow, it's hot. This is gonna be good with some rice for dinner tonight. Let's try this. When the meat falls off the bone, it's so good and tasty and flavorful. Guys, I hope you give this recipe a try and let me know in the comments down below how it went. Thanks guys for watching.